Good morning, children. Today's topic is the second chapter of economics, the sectors of the Indian economy. Okay, so here in this chapter we are going to learn what are the different types of economy or different sectors of economy, or economy is classified into different sectors. Why should we learn all this in economics here? Because here we know that there are many economic activities are taking place in our country. In order to earn money, in order to find out a livelihood, we are engaged in different economic activities. So that we are learning this in this chapter here. So we know that as economy is best understood when we study its components of sectors. Okay, we can know very well when we learn about these sectors of economy. Otherwise we don't understand what is economy. Okay, so that here the study is given, or this lesson is given based on the different sectors of economy. Also in this chapter there are 3 types of classifications. We are discussing primary, secondary and tertiary. Also there are organized sector, unorganized sector, private sector and public sector. These are all we are going to study in this chapter. Okay, so we know that there are many different types of activities or economic activities are taking place in our country. These activities are largely for producing goods. Some people we know that they are producing many goods. Some are agriculturists, they are cultivating crops. Some industries are there, they are producing many materials, they are manufacturing industrial goods, etc. Some people are giving services also. Okay, some are producing goods, some are producing raw materials or producing goods, some are giving services also. So all these are economic activities for some livelihood, for their earning some money or for their livelihood. We are engaged in these different activities. So these activities are happening all around us every day, every minute. Whenever we are speaking, all these activities are taking place in all parts of the world and different regions of the world. So how do we understand these activities? As we know them, we are classifying them, all these activities, into primary or secondary or tertiary sectors. Okay, so these groups are called, the classification of these activities into different groups are called sectors. So that in economics we say activities of these are which combined together are known as the different sectors of economy. Okay, so there are many activities that we undertake directly by using natural resources. Some crops, we know that some of the food materials, even vegetables or fruits, we can consume directly. Okay, some natural resources are we are consuming directly. But some items, some of the goods we need to convert into manufactured goods. Okay, some activities, some resources we know that we are directly consuming, especially food grains we are directly consuming. So for example, the cultivation of crops we can take, or some of the crops like especially cotton. Cotton is a crop, we know that it's an agricultural product. When cultivation is completed or harvesting is done, we get cotton from the cotton plant. Okay, now we are using the cotton cloth or cotton shirt or other materials, cotton cloth. But first of all, now we are purchasing ready-made dresses from the market. Okay, now it is manufactured product or manufactured goods we can say. But its raw material is cotton, which is obtained from agricultural plant, okay, or agricultural field. Okay, we can say cotton plant we depend mainly but not entirely on natural factors like so what are the natural factors are needed for growing cotton plant? Okay, some other natural factors are needed. We need sufficient rainfall, sunlight, humidity, etc. Land for cultivation. We have studied in the previous class the factors of production: land, labor, capital, etc. So that these are all necessary for the production of cotton here. This is one example. Okay, in the case of an activity like a dairy, we know that dairy dairy farms are there, cattle, we have a large number of cattle in our country, some people have farmhouses, etc. So dairy is also obtained from, dairy products are obtained from the animals. Okay, we get milk. Okay, this is a raw material. From milk we are processing many and processing and making many other goods. In the markets many items are available. Curd is available. Curd is not a direct product. Curd is obtained from milk. Cheese, butter, etc. There are many other products obtained from milk. So that milk is a natural product which is available from the animals directly. Okay, so similarly minerals and mineral ores, the ores are also natural products obtained from the earth. Some of them we can directly use and some we need to convert or process and make it into another form for the consumption. So all these activities taking place naturally, also which direct we can consume, or production of some of the raw materials. We can say cotton is a raw material, okay, it is converted into clothes. Okay, these are all these activities taking in the primary level for only raw materials. Okay, we get raw materials from the primary level. These are called primary sector. So all activities taking place in this level are called primary sector. Okay, we can say from many examples: agriculture, dairy, fishing, forestry, mining. All these are primary sector. Okay, all these come under primary sector. We can say mostly large number of people in our country are engaged in agricultural sector. So agriculture and allied activities, animal husbandry, mining, forestry, these all these are all primary level activities. So these are all coming under primary sector. Primary sector is also called agriculture and related sector, or agriculture and allied activities are coming under primary sector. So agriculture sector also is known as primary sector, or primary sector is also known as agriculture sector. Now coming to the secondary sector, mostly what is secondary sector? It covers the activities which in natural products are changed into another form of through a way of manufacturing. We know that largely it is that manufacturing is done in industries. There are small scale industries or large scale industries also. In the industries or manufacturing sector, we know that the primary sector activities are converted, or primary sector goods are converted into manufactured goods. We know that cotton, we said it's a raw material, it is produced in the primary sector, but in the secondary sector it is converted into cloth or a ready-made dress we are purchasing from the market. Then it is converted into secondary sector or the manufactured activity. So manufacturing activity also. Now the product which is not produced by nature but has to be made, therefore some process of manufacturing is essential. We know these goods, cotton, we cannot directly use. Okay, we cannot consume the agricultural products of many of the items directly. Some items like fruits or vegetables we can, or food grains directly we can consume without processing. But like cotton, these goods are raw materials we need to convert into manufactured product. Okay, so that the manufacturing is essential. For that purpose we have to set up industries. Okay, now workshops or factories or industries have to be set up for the manufacturing of the primary goods or converting the primary goods into secondary goods. Okay, for example, using cotton fiber from the fiber plant, we have to spin yarn, weave cloth, all this process have to be taken place in order to manufacture a ready-made shirt or any cotton cloth. Or okay, another example we can say sugarcane. Sugarcane is grown largely in our country. This is a raw material. We can make sugar from the sugarcane. We can make sugar, jaggery, which is good, or other materials, also other items, sugar products. These are converted. So sugarcane after harvesting is brought to the sugar mills and it is converted into sugar or jaggery, etc. This is a manufacturing. This is manufacturing or manufacturing activity taking place in the secondary sector. That is what we said already. It has to be transported or moved to the industries or factories, etc. Okay, so their manufacturing or the processing taking place, and these come under secondary sector. All these activities coming under secondary sector. So we convert the earth into bricks. Earth means the soil. Okay, wet soil or clay soil we are making into bricks. Okay, soil is converted into bricks. Soil is available naturally. It's a raw material. We can say soil is raw material, or the large quantity of earth which is raw material. It is converted into bricks. Okay, or we are after construction of after manufacturing bricks we are using for construction of buildings, etc. Okay, so here since the sector gradually became associated with the different kinds of industries, so this sector manufacturing there are many industries coming up, so that this sector also is known as industrial sector. Secondary sector is also known as industrial sector because many of the raw materials are converted or processed into manufactured goods. Now coming to the tertiary sector, that is also an important sector of economic activities. We know after primary and secondary there is another or third category of activities. This is completely different than primary and secondary activities. Okay, so what is the importance of tertiary sector? This is different from these two sectors. We know these are activities that help in the development of primary and secondary activities. Here tertiary sector activities are helping primary and secondary activities. In what way are they helping? These activities, we know that they do not produce any goods, but they are helping or supporting in the helping or aid or support in producing the primary and secondary sector would not be transported. We know that suppose the goods which are primary sector goods, we know raw materials, especially cotton or sugar cane, if cultivated, that has to be transported to the industries in the secondary sector. We know when we want to process these goods or manufacture these goods into finished products, we need to transport them to other secondary sector. Primary sector goods, for example cotton, after harvesting we need to transport to the cotton mills where clothes are made. So transportation, and also we need communication. We need to communicate the areas where mills are available, okay, whether our products can be sold there to the industries. So communication, transportation, these are coming under the service sector or the tertiary sector. Also we know that these two sectors need money also, capital also for investing. If it is a farmer in the primary sector, cotton is cultivated by the farmer, he needs a loan from the bank. And also in the secondary sector, an industrialist or capitalist want loan for his industries. So these are also, both of these sectors need the help of banking facilities. So transportation, communication, banking facilities, these are all not producing any goods, but they are all coming under service sector. So this is the tertiary sector, or the third sector is also known as the service sector because it provides service to these two sectors. So tertiary sector provides service to the primary and secondary sectors and help them. Okay, so that mainly here banking, transportation, trade, marketing, these all come under the service sector or the tertiary sector. So service sector also includes some essential services that may not be directly helping in the production, okay, but it is helping indirectly. We require teachers, doctors, and those who provide personal services like lawyers or cobbler, washerman, barber, etc. These all people come under service sector. We know that there are garbage shops, there are cobblers, lawyers, etc. Washermen. We need the help of these people. Suppose there are no such category or group of people existing in our community or in our society, we need to do all these works ourselves. It's not possible with us. We need the help of doctors or teachers. They are all coming under service sector. They are not producing any goods here, but they are providing their services, so that this third category, tertiary sector, is also known as service sector. We know that in recent times certain new services based on information technology. Now we are conducting classes online. Also, these are the modern technology we are introducing, we are utilizing now. These are also coming under service sector. Suppose there are no communication facilities, no information technology is available, we cannot teach, we cannot contact with you also. So when in this situation of COVID-19 lockdown is implemented in our country, during this period, now how we are contacting, we are communicating each other with the help of new information and communication technology. So now we can find internet cafes are available, ATM booths are there, or call centers, software companies, etc. These are all new inventions. These are all come under tertiary sector. Okay, so now let us see here. There are three sectors of economic activities. They are classified into primary, secondary and tertiary sector. We will study more about this in the coming classes.